Hi there, students. Manly. It's an adjective, it's not an adverb. In a manly way would be the adverb. Manliness, the noun, the quality. Unmanly, the opposite. In an unmanly way. Okay, so manly, with the characteristics of a man. I think especially when you're considering the traditional masculine role, as in manly, brave and gentlemanly and courageous and showing leadership qualities. Although nowadays what defines manly is a much more complex issue. And I think I would be glad for someone to define for me what manly characteristics are today in our woke society. Because I think nowadays these could be characteristics of both a woman and a man. But manly, butch, strong, a manly physique, that would be quite good, because normally the physique of men is bigger and stronger. A manly physique, not like a child, not like a woman, manly. He took a manly swig from a bottle of whiskey. Okay, so a manly physique, well developed, having the qualities or the physical features that are admired or expected in a man. So I guess a six-pack of abdominal muscles, manly shoulders. He looked so manly in his military uniform. The traditional manly virtues of courage and strength. So I think this manly, I think it's referring to the traditional qualities, the traditional characteristics of a man. And I think this word is probably one of these words that if you're not careful, you can easily get into trouble over it. Having the qualities that people think a man should have. He has such a manly voice. My mother used to tell me it wasn't manly for boys to cry. Manly, virile, and then the opposite, unmanly. Not considered suitable, not considered acceptable for a man. Some men feel that apologizing is unmanly. How can I convince my colleagues that it's not unmanly to want to look after my children? Okay, so manly. They make remarks about his unmanly attitude and that this message that it's weak and unmanly to show your feelings. He was on the verge of tears, but he didn't want to appear unmanly. So uncharacteristic, unbecoming to, degrading to a man, especially not conforming to the typical stereotypes, such as stoicism, not reacting, and independence. Manly, unmanly. The unmanliness of his cowardice was quite amazing. Yeah, manly qualities. He looked very manly and strong. Manly, something appropriate for men. So some people are concerned that it's not considered manly to cry. She had very manly shoulders. He was the ideal of manly beauty. Once more, I was impressed by his manly bearing. Okay, he was the rugged, manly type who work on a building site. It was once thought unmanly not to drink and smoke. It's unmanly to to hit a woman. Okay, so unmanly, not like a woman, manly. Formality, I'm going to give this a 5 in formality. I think you could use it anywhere, but in our woke society, manly is probably a fairly dangerous word to use, and I think you could probably get in trouble with it. So be careful with it. Manly, unmanly. Bye for now.